What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about a few different crypto-related stocks today. More than a few. We're actually talking about 4 of them. We'll be starting off with Bitfarms, BITF, for Mr. Saulius Masinai. I think that's how you pronounce it. Masinai. MicroStrategy for user D7XV. And RIOT and HIVE for Ali Masar. And Ali Masar, I believe you requested Bitfarms as well. So without any further ado, guys, let's get into this. If you have any requests, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will leave a link in the description to the Discord. I do tend to Discord requests first, but I'm pretty sure every single one of these requests is through YouTube. I get to them all pretty quickly anyway, so take advantage of it. The channel's small enough. If I have, right now I have about 2,300, a little bit over 2,300 subscribers. I think I'm like 2,350. If I had 230,000 subscribers, I would not be able to tend to all this. So the channel is small enough. Take advantage of it. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if I talked about it yesterday. If you feel like you're missing something and you want an update, something happened, request it. If it's a coin that nobody talks about, if it's a coin that everybody talks about, whatever, I don't care. If you hate it, if you love it, you hate it, and you want to tell Josh that you work with that this stupid coin, this stupid stock, whatever it is, it's going to go down, and you want someone to validate that, I'm that guy. Go ahead and leave a request. If you love it and Josh thinks your coin is stupid or your stock is stupid and you want to be like, you're wrong, Josh, I know it's going to the moon, I'm your guy to tell you if it will or if it won't. And none of this is financial advice. None of it's a guarantee. This is all based on statistical, historical data, referencing that to project an idea that may or may not come true. I've been wrong before. I've been right before. It's not about that. It's about statistical probability. And without any further ado, let's actually get into this. Again, not financial advice. We're at 332 for Bitfarms. We did have a little consolidation phase. I remember it was like this day that I was like, we're probably going to consolidate for a week or two, and we did. We actually did. And we broke out. We broke out a little bit with decent volume. Isn't that nice? However, though, you do have, is it there? Let's see. Is it? I think it is. Yes, it is. You have a high here, a lower high here. It's technically like a double top, but you do have a slightly higher high, right? Not so slightly. How much is that from here? 18% of a difference. Yeah, you probably move down. You probably do. You're at 332. Watch you go all the way back down to 260 or lower. Low here to high here. 264 is your 236, 382 is all the way down at 220. Let's put a line there. Let's see what that does for us. Okay, so first off, you checked back on this day, a little bit of significance. Came back all the way here, resistance, significance, resistance, significance, resistance, significance, and not significant there. So long story short, pulling back to 220 I think is a very realistic assumption to make. I think that would make sense to me. If not 220, maybe you pull back to 212 or $2 itself. It's very common with the 382 to go a little bit below it. That's okay, as long as you're closing above it and holding it as support. You can even close below it as long as you get up the next day. Maybe you go through it and hit your 0.5 or your 61869. That's possible too. But down is what I'm thinking in the immediate term for Bitfarms. I think this move is put on hold for a second. I think it's probably going to be put on hold for a second. Daily RSI dictates that. The weekly RSI is very hot, very, very hot, man. I'm burning up just looking at it. Let's see here. Yep, third highest you've ever been in this thing's history. The last time you were anywhere near these levels, I mean, first off, the first time you saw a pullback that only lasted a couple weeks, but you moved down about 60% in 2 weeks. Wow. The next time you saw a peak in the RSI like that, you went from top to, I mean, before I guess you broke higher, overall you went 66% down again. That took a little bit longer though, didn't it? So, yeah. You can move down. You can move down, man. Let's see here. 38%. Sounds kind of shallow, doesn't it? 61869 all the way down there around that 60. I mean, you could move lower. See, the thing is even if you went down to your 786, which is all the way back at $1.28, $1.30, that area, that's still a higher low, right? That's still a higher low there. So you could move all the way back down there. But let's see how you perform with that, what was it, $2.12, $2.20 area. Let's see how you do with that first, right? And again, just because you go below it doesn't mean you're going all the way down here. You could wick below it, and maybe you wick to like $1.97, something like that. But lower from here is my kind of anticipation. I think this up move is done. That doesn't mean that I think you're going lower than this low. I just think for now you're going down. That's all. Moving on. MicroStrategy, MSTR. I love MicroStrategy, man. This is a good one. This is a good one, man. Look at that. 660. Look at you, MicroStrategy, returning to your former glory. I know somebody, whoever it was, I think it was you, user, you requested it. You were saying that they were saying it's overvalued by 25%. Whoever they are, wherever they get these metrics from, I don't know. I'm just a chart guy, man, and I'm sure they are too. But you know, everybody has their own opinions. Maybe it is priced by 25%. I would think it's not overpriced. I would actually think that this thing is worth a lot more than it is now. And in fact, over the course of this crypto bull cycle, I think you will see it more than double at what it is now, right? This all-time high, not this all-time high, but this relative high here is about twice as much as where we are now, and I think we're going to surpass that for sure. Not for sure, but probably. Top to bottom here, double bottom, nice to see. Breaking through that 618. I mean, I think it's all over except for this move to $2,500 to $5,430. Crazy. Crazy, bro. Crazy. 10.44 billion with a B. Let me see what you're doing here. Hold up, y'all. Let's see. If you were to do a 10x, that would be 100 billion, 104 billion. 10x would be all the way up here. I think it's more than possible that you could see prices above $5,000 by the end of the cycle for MicroStrategy. Watch it do more than a 10x. It's not even, it's worth 10 billion. I think saying that MicroStrategy is overvalued by 25%, maybe relatively speaking, maybe by whatever metric whoever said that is going off of, maybe. But overall for this cycle, it's undervalued right now, man. It's undervalued. Now with that being said, looking at this for the more immediate term stuff, you're at your area of resistance on the RSI. You have hit resistance on this overbought zone several times throughout this thing's history on the monthly. So you might pull back. You might pull back a little bit, right? Pretty big month. Nice to see. Looking at this on the weekly, again from top. Nope, that was not the top. It really was not. I missed that hard. Top to bottom, you're at your 618, 69 area, but you broke above it and you held the 618 as support and you're moving higher. This thing might continue to move up to $806 until it's done. I want to show you guys something real quick. Yeah, we'll just do it. We'll just this is quicker, I suppose. Correlation coefficient. This thing is pretty correlated to Bitcoin. Okay, so if Bitcoin goes down, look at that. Like it's damn near 100. This is ridiculous, man. And it goes through phases of correlation and uncorrelation, sure. This is all before Michael Saylor started announcing that they were acquiring Bitcoin. Ever since MicroStrategy started acquiring Bitcoin, it has had a very direct correlation to Bitcoin, right? Even at its like lowest, it was neutral. It wasn't uncorrelated, but it was neutral. So I would expect with this, if Bitcoin goes down, this thing probably goes down. So the only thing keeping me from thinking that you could move up to $806 right now, which I would think that, is the fact that I believe Bitcoin's probably going to go down here soon. But based on a weekly basis, that's fine. Maybe you're at 667 now. Maybe you move down to like 550. Maybe you move all the way down to 420. You could. But either way, you're on your way up higher. You're definitely on your way up higher. Just maybe right now you take a chill pill. A little bit of a chill pill. Double top in your RSI presenting itself, though it's not confirmed. Pretty strong, man. Pretty strong daily and weekly RSI. If you were to turn around from here, Yeah, $506, 420 is that 618 right there at 418. It wouldn't be crazy, right? Go to the screen line, go a little bit below it, give you a prime buying opportunity right there around that 420 to 430 area, and then boom, and then it's off to the races again. A higher low, not bad, right? Really not a bad thing. So probably down. If you are to go up, you could move all the way up to $800. You really could, but with that direct correlation to Bitcoin, I'd be kind of surprised if that happened, because I do think Bitcoin's on its way down. But what do I know, man? I can be wrong. I can be very wrong. I've been very wrong before, man. But I've been on a heater lately. Not with everything, man. I've definitely had some wrong calls. Like, I've had some people. I'm getting off on a tangent here, but I've had some people say I was right with my Litecoin, my LTCN call, and to a certain degree I was right. But man, I was calling for it to turn around back below 10 cents, and it went all the way up to $10. It went all the way up to $16 to $20. You know, up to $18 actually. And so, yes, it's going down. And yes, I was right about that, but I wasn't right about it the whole time. I was wrong about it, because if you sold at the point where I was convinced that it was going to go down, which is below $10, you would have missed that whole run up to $18 that it just happened. I digress, man. I'm just trying to say I've been on a heater, and even on that heater, I've had some wrong calls. Okay, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about like mitigating risk, really. And right now, if you're trying to mitigate risk, this is not a good area to buy for MicroStrategy. Even if it does go up to $800, it's not a good area to buy, because even if it does move up here, it'll probably pull back to levels that are even lower than this current price. So if you're patient, what that means is patience equals less risk equals lower prices to buy for longer term holds, even if it does move up from here. So my genuine opinion is that it moves down from here, though. I think that it will move down, probably around $420 to $500 in that range, and then from there we can talk about it resuming its uptrend. I do think that it has a lot to go in this cycle. I really do. I like MicroStrategy a lot, man. I don't know a lot about Michael Saylor. You know, I think he's a decent guy. He's pro crypto, and that's good enough for me. I don't know a lot about him, but he seems like a cool guy, you know. But like it's not too hard to seem like a cool guy whenever you're on the cameras, I guess. I don't know. The people interviewing him are probably not trying to make him out to be a bad guy, so it's easy to like spin a good light on him. But he seems like a good guy. He seems like I'm getting off on a tangent here, man. We're talking about RIOT platforms here now. Looking at this here, lower high, sure, whatever. Strong in your RSI. I would expect that you go higher. If you were to reject here, it'd be interesting. It'd be kind of weird, even, wouldn't it? That you've done that before, kind of just continue to consolidate. Maybe do continue to consolidate. Decent volume. I like the RSI. I'm gonna get rid of this. Daily double top out of your overbought zone. I think you're going down. I think you're going down. Yes, probably. Let's see. Where are you gonna go? You're at 1760 right now. You probably move down anywhere from like $11.60 to $14. Probably closer, if I really had to guess, probably around this $14 range. But you could move all the way down here. You absolutely could. Hard to say. You broke above the screen line. I'm going to give it that this kind of moves up. It's not going to be a straight move down like this. Maybe it is. If it is, then you're going to hold and like consolidate, is what I would expect. But I kind of expect this to be a more slow move to the downside. Maybe with like an ending like flush out to the downside. Like maybe you kind of like do that and then, you know, something like that. But I think you're moving just below $14 from here, probably down with RIOT. That's what I think. This RSI on the daily doesn't look friendly. Not friendly at all, man. I don't like it. Yeah, yep. Down, 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 down. If I was holding on to this would be a perfect take profit opportunity. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's my opinion. You could move even below $13, so don't be surprised if it does that. But below 14 is what I think you're doing. And then from there, top to bottom, then you probably move up to $23. I'm surprised you didn't do it on this move, but I think Bitcoin dropping is going to have an effect on that. You probably move up to 190, even above that over time, right? I think this thing has some ground to gain for sure. Look at that. Look at that, man. I love that. I really do. Support on the monthly on the green line. Like this looks really good, guys. I don't think you go lower than those lows for sure. Like I'm pretty confident in that. But look, you're finding resistance kind of at a previous area of support. Not really anywhere, but I just, whatever. It's probably because of Bitcoin. Overall, though, again, I think you're going to see prices at around 200 to even around 600. Potentially by the halving, if not, maybe by the end of 2025. I think this thing's getting ready for some upside movement, stuff like this. Anyways, that's Riot. Down for now, below $14, maybe even below $13, but that's Riot. Hive to finish up this bad boy. Hive Digital. Yeah. Low to high. Bounced off your 61869. Beautiful. So beautiful. Above your 382 on this month. You've got 15 hours and 17 minutes left to close the month out. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Absolutely next month you could come back below it. But as long as you're closing months above this 382, that's good. That's really good to see. Getting above the 50 even. I like it. I really do like it a lot. Nice volume on the weekly. Yep. You're not up too high right now. You're probably going to find turbulence at this green line. If you do move up, you could move up like another $1 from here. But you might not. You might not. Don't get your hopes too high. High to low. Yeah, you could move. I think you do though, man. I do think you move. If not, tomorrow's Friday. I mean, closing the week here would get you a setup for a rejection right off the overbought zone, which isn't a friendly look. And you would probably move down to the 382, if not the 236. You're at 534. You can move down $1, if not like almost $3, like $2.50 from here. You don't have to hit this green line or that green line. I would think you would, but you don't have to. Daily RSI, like it all looks good though, man. Other than this weekly potential, tomorrow closing strong would be nice. It would definitely be nice. The volume's dying off as you're moving up, but it can keep moving up as volume keeps dying off, That's not what I meant to do. One hour, the shorter time frames are a bit more concerning. You might go down, man. I'm having a hard time with this one. Truly. I want to say you go up a little bit more. And maybe tomorrow, maybe even going into next week, maybe. But if Bitcoin drops, you're probably going to drop. Let's see how correlated you are. Let's do this. Not that correlated. Correlated, definitely correlated, just not as correlated as like some of them that we've seen. You have moments of correlation and moments where you're less correlated, but still correlated. I mean, Bitcoin could move down a little bit, and this thing does move higher. It could do its own thing. Seems to me that what's good for Bitcoin is good for this, though, overall. So if you move up a little bit more, but probably you do have a date with Destiny lower. Probably at that 370 level, probably. Maybe even a little bit lower than that or a little bit higher than that, but around 370 is what I'm thinking. Yeah. So that's it, man. That's it. If there was a winner out of any of these, I'd say it's probably Hive, because it's the only one to me that actually looks like it wants to continue to go up higher, but just a little bit. They all look like they want to come down, like they're getting ready to move down, but yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to add other than that, man. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good night, have a good day, and take care. Bye-bye.